Hey everyone, today I wanted to share with you a story that is most fascinating to me, and I'd like to share it with you. And that story is equal parts history, legend, and straight up strange. It's the story of the Ark of the Covenant. The Ark of the Covenant is that famous golden chest in the Bible, and the wild claim that it's not lost, not hidden in some secret government warehouse, but sitting in a church in Ethiopia. Oh, and the people guarding it, they might be going blind and getting radiation poisoning. So let's dive straight in. So what is the Ark of the Covenant? First, let's set the stage. The Ark of the Covenant is this legendary golden chest that, according to the Bible, held the 10 Commandments. You know, the stone tablets that Moses brought down from Mount Sinai. It's described as this incredibly powerful object, almost like a divine weapon. In the Bible, it's said to have leveled cities, parted rivers, and even struck people dead if they touched it wrong. Basically, it's not something you want to mess with. But here's the thing. The Ark disappeared from the Bible's narrative thousands of years ago. No one knows what happened to it. Or do they? Enter Ethiopia. According to the Ethiopian tradition, the Ark isn't lost at all. It's been in Ethiopia for over 3,000 years, sitting in a church in the ancient city of Axum. How did it get there? Well, that's where the story gets really interesting. Ethiopians believe that the Ark was brought to their country by Menelik, the son of King Solomon and Queen Sheba. You might remember the Queen of Sheba from the Bible. She visited Solomon in Jerusalem, and according to Ethiopian tradition, they had a son together. When Menelik grew up, he went to visit his dad in Jerusalem. But when he left to go back to Ethiopia, he didn't go empty-handed. Nope, he took the Ark with him, and it's been in Ethiopia ever since. This whole story is written down in ancient Ethiopian text called Kebra Nagast, which is basically their version of the Bible mixed with history, legend, and it's a big deal in Ethiopia. And the Ark is at the center of their religious and cultural identity. Where are the guardians of the Ark now? The Ark isn't just sitting in a museum somewhere. It's kept in a chapel next to the Church of St. Mary of Zion in Axum, and is guarded 24/7 by a group of monks known as the Guardians of the Ark. These monks aren't just your average priests. They are chosen for their devotion and purity, and once they become guardians, they're in it for life. They live in complete isolation, never leaving the church grounds. Their entire existence revolves around protecting the Ark. They eat, sleep, and pray right next to it. And here's the kicker. Only one person, the head monk, is allowed to actually see the Ark. No one else gets to lay eyes on it, ever. Guarding the Ark isn't exactly a walk in the park. There are stories, lots of them, about the Ark having some seriously strange effects on people who get too close. Some say the guardians have gone blind from being too close to it. Others claim they suffered burns or symptoms which pretty much sound like modern day radiation poisoning. Yeah, like they've been exposed to something toxic. Now, why would that happen? Some people have tried to explain it scientifically. They've suggested that maybe the Ark was some kind of ancient technology, like a container for radioactive materials. Maybe it had uranium or something inside of it. That could explain the burns and sickness, right? But here's the thing, no one's ever tested the Ark. It's never been tested by scientists. So we're just guessing. Of course the Ethiopian Orthodox Church has different explanation. They believe the Ark is a sacred object filled with divine power. If someone isn't spiritually prepared to be near it, the Ark will protect itself. In other words, it's not radiation, it's God. So what's the deal with the Ark today? Well, it's still in Axum, guarded by those devoted monks, and still shrouded in mystery. No one outside the church has ever seen it. No photos, no videos, nothing. It's one of the most secretive objects in the world. Every year, tens of thousands of pilgrims travel to Axum to pay their respects to the Ark. They believe it's the real deal and the actual Ark of the Covenant. And honestly, who can blame them? It's an incredible story, and it's been part of Ethiopian culture for so many centuries. So what do you think? Let's talk about this. Do you think the Ark of the Covenant is really in Ethiopia? Could it actually have some kind of radioactive power, or is it just legend? And what about those guardians? Do you think that they're really suffering some divine punishment? Or is there more of a scientific explanation to be had? It'd be awesome if they could test it. That's my personal belief. Somewhere where religion meets with science would be the perfect spot to meet. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks very much for watching. This is my first video. I'd like to make a lot more, so if you can help out the channel with a like and subscribe, I'd really appreciate that. Stay tuned.